Hey, Game Bro Advance here. I hope you're having a great new year so far, and in this video I wanted to do something a little bit different and talk about these fantastic neoprene sleeves that the cool folks over at Retro Modding were nice enough to send my way. If you're a die-hard handheld retro gamer like myself, you know handling Game Boys can be risky because they are easy to mishandle and the last thing you want to do is drop or scratch up your favorite device. You can easily obtain travel cases these days via websites like Amazon, and there are so many options, but sometimes you just need something simpler to use in your EDC, otherwise known as your everyday carry. Whether you take the bus or train to work, or maybe you're at the shop getting your car fixed, or in the waiting room at the dentist, you might be able to use that time to bust out the handheld that you carry with you. If that's the case, then these neoprene sleeves from Retro Modding might be just what you need. So what I've got here is my assortment of Nintendo handhelds from over the years and a variety of Retro Modding sleeves to show off so that you can see how useful they can be, starting with the Game Boy Micro, Nintendo's final Game Boy Advance revision. It's small, but it does have its own legion of loyal fans, and honestly, despite its small screen, it is arguably the easiest to carry around in your pocket based on its much tinier form factor. Next up is the original Game Boy Advance. A lot of Game Boy enthusiasts still prefer this model due to its more ergonomic form factor. I like that the sleeve is not so much traditionally rectangular, but truly mimics the contoured shape of the Game Boy Advance, so you know exactly what it belongs to. Here we have my personal favorite, the Game Boy Advance SP from 2003 that I modded. This was a game changer as it was Nintendo's first worldwide released handheld with a backlit screen as well as a rechargeable battery. Obviously it's a bit thicker, but still a very solid fit. Up next is the original Game Boy, or DMG as it's more commonly referred to these days. The largest Game Boy model, but still quite popular in the Game Boy modding scene. I recently acquired this one and it's currently on my modding slate for 2023. A very snug fit. Also, this one can double as a new Nintendo 2DS XL sleeve, and I'm sure that goes for 3DS XL as well. Fits comfortably, albeit slightly baggier. And finally, I had skipped this one, saving it for last, as it is my favorite sleeve out of them all. It's listed on the Retro Modding site as a sleeve for Game Boy Color, Nintendo DS Lite, and Nintendo 3DS. However, I purchased it for my Game Boy Macro. If you're unfamiliar with that, it's basically a bottom half of a Nintendo DS Lite that is fully converted into a Game Boy Advance, utilizing the DS Lite's GBA port and rechargeable battery. The reason I love this one more is because it does work appropriately with the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Pocket, but also the new Nintendo 3DS as well. With the Game Boy Pocket, it is a looser but still overall comfortable fit. But with the new Nintendo 3DS, I actually consider it to be perfect. One thing that may cause confusion is that on the Retro Modding product page, it lists the Game Boy DMG sleeve as interchangeable with the new Nintendo 3DS, but as you can see here, the Game Boy Color sleeve is what you'd probably want for that instead. All of Retro Modding's neoprene sleeves are water resistant and very stretchy, which is what makes some of them so versatile in accommodating more than one handheld model. There are also plenty of color options to choose from, and a single sleeve will run you upwards of about $12 plus shipping. Anyway, that's all I had for you today. I hope you liked the video, and I hope you handheld retro gamers will find it helpful. I want to give a big thank you to Retro Modding for the opportunity to review these and for providing. I can't wait to find different scenarios to start using these. Be sure to click the link below in the description to visit the product page where you can scope out all of the cool color options as well as the Retro Modding website. They are putting out a lot of cool handheld related stuff right now, and I can't wait to see what they come up with next. Thanks for watching.